12. Blackman Digital Graphics. Quality you can trust. Welcome to Blackman Digital Graphics. We offer design, printing and branding services using large format printing, offset and digital printing. Our approach to printing, graphics design and branding is top-notch with quality services including roll-up banners, street banners, teardrops, reflective banners, telescope banners, vehicle branding, road signages, mugs, badges, t-shirts, polo shirts, hoodies, pens.
Good morning
letterheads,
and welcome to Vibrant Morning here in BTV Kenya. Now Vibrant Morning brings you what is in the People Daily newspaper, that is newspaper review. And I'm your host Gagia Isaiah this morning. Today in the studio also I'm with my co-host Lennox Odede. Lennox Karibu.
Asante
And say
sana.
hi to our viewers from wherever they are. Say hi.
Hi.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Lennox. We say welcome to BTV, welcome to Vibrant Morning. Remember, you can subscribe to our YouTube page, that is BTV Kenya. Please subscribe. Also, leave a comment and let us know where we are reaching you from. You can also visit us on Facebook, Blackman TV. Also subscribe, leave a comment, let us know where we are reaching you from. You can also reach us on TikTok, that is BTV Kenya. You can also reach us on Instagram. Please subscribe, follow us on social media platforms so that you may be able to get the services that we are offering. Remember, your feedbacks are very, very vital as they help us to gauge our services and to know how to improve the services that we give you. Now, this morning, we have a lot of goodies in store for you that we are about to unveil as we move with speed and as we also dissect matters of what is happening in the Republic of Kenya. It is only in BTV, your home live TV, where you are able to actually mass much of knowledge of what's happening across the Republic of Kenya by just listening and watching BTV every morning as from 8 a.m. We are here for you. Now, let me welcome Lennox Odede to give us what's happening in the Republic of Migori, that is in Migori County. What has been happening in the county? Do you have any news from Migori County, Mr. Lennox?
I don't have much in Migori County. Maybe there's only one concern from the people of Kosege who comes from Wiga Ward in Suna West sub-county. There's a dispensary which was built by the last regime, which was headed by Zachary Kotobado. And the dispensary up to now, it's not operational, and the people in that area or rather that surrounding, they complained to the county government of Migori, headed by Ochilo Ayako, that they need that dispensary to be operationalized so that they can get medical services, because they are moving to Migori, some of them are moving to Giribe, and they are really suffering because of the long distance, and even when it comes during the night, you find that the border men overcharges them around 1,000 shillings. So that is their concern. Another concern is that now some community members were now misusing the Kosege dispensary because number one, it was very bushy, and now they were taking an advantage of creating some playing ground. I hope you know what I mean.
I just wanted to speak open. What do you mean playground? Do people play football there?
Yeah, they converted the premises to
lodgings.
Yes. You now you got it. And so they wanted the county government to ensure that the dispensary is operationalized, and According to the county CECM member for health, Caleb Opondi, said that the county government has a plan of operationalizing some more dispensaries, and this will ensure that medical services are taken closer to Mwananchi. And he said that they are working on the staffing, and they're working on how to take the medical equipments to those dispensaries, which they are soon operationalizing.
I don't know why Migori County has been on limelight on the same matter, and that is matter of turning places into lodgings. I remember the other time there was a news circulating all over that the area where we currently are, that is in Oruba, imebadilishwa kuwa mahali pa,
there's a forest. I can't remember the name.
Oruba,
yeah,
where people have turned into a border, have turned into a lodging. I don't know what's happening.
Brothel.
Yes, and and also we see now the hospital, a facility, but we hope the government is going to do something. Now pia tukiangazia katika Migori, jana tulishuhudia kwamba wakazi wa Migori, hasa wafanyabiashara, walikuwa wanalalamika walipokuwa wanazungumza na wanahabari, wanaposema ya biashara hapa Migori ndio hufanya watu wengi kuajiriwa. Hilo ni jambo ambalo tuliona kama wanabiashara walijitokeza nje, na hasa wale ambao wanafanya katika sekta ya hoteli, na wakasema ya kwamba wanastahili serikali ya Migori County wanastahili kuangalia sana kwa makini na kutuwafanyisha kazi ngumu, kwa maana wao ndio wale ambao wanahusika na mambo ya kuajiri kwa watu wengi hapa Migori. Hilo pia tulishuhudia hapo Migori jana, wakati ambapo waliweza kuzungumza na wanahabari. Pia unaweza kutafuta hilo katika our Facebook page, YouTube page, utapata hayo. Lakini kabla tujaingia kwenye gazeti ya People Daily, ambapo kuna mambo mengi ambayo tumewaandalia, wacha tuangazie katika different newspapers that we have for you. Tunaenda kuwapatia tu hasa the cover page, what is in the big story. Na leo tunaangazia gazeti ya kwanza ni Taifa Leo. Taifa Leo husema ya kwamba hadithi kuu hapo ni acheza pata potea, ya kwamba Rais William Ruto acheza mchezo wa pata potea. Pata potea inamaanisha nini? Wewe hasa kama Mswahili.
Pata potea ni mchezo wa bahati nasibu. Yes, mchezo wa ni kama kupiga inaitwaje? Kupiga kamari. Kupiga kamari. Yeah.
Oh, that is, hilo ndilo kilicho kwenye gazeti ya Taifa Leo ya
kwamba anasema kwamba hatua ya Rais William Ruto kufanyia mabadiliko baraza lake la mawaziri mara ya tatu katika muda wa chini ya miaka mitatu, ambapo alimpiga kalamu waziri wa utumishi wa umma Justin Muturi, inamsawiri kama anayebahatisha kufanya serikali yake kufanikiwa.
Tunaona hilo, that is there, you can grab a copy and check on that. Na pia tunaona katika The Standard, pale katika kwenye gazeti la Standard tunaona Ruto blue eyed boy, na tunaona hapo picha ya
Adegwale ambaye sasa amepewa wizara ya afya.
Yes, wamebadilishana na baraza.
Yeah. Kutoka ametoka wizara ya inaitwa defense. Yeah.
So hilo pia liko hapo, unaweza kuangazia hilo. Kuna mambo mengi, na pale tunaona anatabasamu sana.
Hapo chini we have bang or a whimper. Muturi exists cabinet. But mimi binafsi nilikuwa nataka huyu jamaa.
Sasa hapo tutakujia. Yeah. Tutaangazia hapo kwa kina sana. Na pia tunaona katika gazeti nyingine ambalo ni Daily Nation.
Wanasema showdown. President William Ruto finally fired Public Service Cabinet Secretary Justin Bedan Muturi after months of defiance and direct confrontation in a move that now puts him in a fresh political dilemma with a hostile Mount Kenya region. Picking a sitting MP as his replacement also gives his former deputy Rigathi Gachagua an opportunity for a muscle flexing face-off in by-election. Yes.
Yeah, sasa tunaona hapa kutakuwa na mambo yatakuwa yanachacha.
Yeah.
Kwenye ulingo wa siasa pale katika mlima Kenya.
And we saw Hannah Cheptumo also being appointed as the gender CS. That's the wife to the late Baringo senator. Yes.
Sasa tunaona hapo mambo yanaanza kuchacha. Na from the Daily Nation headline showdown, and we see there is an anticipation that maybe to some extent Justin Muturi is going to team up with Rigathi Gachagua. We don't know what's going to happen after that, but that is what we have for you on on the Standard newspaper, Daily Nation newspaper, and Taifa Leo. Those are the headlines. Please grab a copy and read more comprehensively. Now we move very fast with speed to what we are having, that's on the People Daily newspaper, mali ambapo sasa tunataka kuangazia kwa kina lakini sio sana. Ruto eats his men. That is the cover story. Ruto eats his men. That is the cover, the big story. Na pia we also see some other stories that uproar over teachers promotion. Hilo pia tunaona pale katika ukurasa wa pili. Na pia we see expert demand maternity leave for donkeys. Hilo pia liko pale kwenye cover page. And also we see why state official could walk scot free with billions. Hilo pia liko pale. We are going to discuss more and more comprehensively. Now let us move to page 2 where we have the big story or part of the story that we see. Teacher Service Commission decision to allocate 19,000 promotion slots anger union. And we see that KUPPET top officials feel system could see each county being allocated 404 slots would greatly disadvantage counties. Now, a story by Enoch Amukale. Tunaona hapo TSC had given a slot to 19,000 teachers who are said to be promoted. And their TSC, according to TSC, it is like this promotion, the 19,000 are to be distributed equally across all the counties. But now we see the KUPPET is coming up and they're lamenting. They're saying this is going to be disadvantage to some other counties. Maybe with the mind of maybe we have some big counties and we have some small counties. What is your take on that?
I think
because all along
the number is too low. The number is too low because
that is on promotion basis.
Yeah. The number is too low because when you look at the number of 404 slots in each and every county, it means that some schools will be left behind. Remember, this is 404. It means that teachers in primary school, teachers in secondary schools, because TSC is catering for both the teachers in primary and secondary school. So it means that some teachers or some people, or some teachers who are supposed to be promoted will be left behind. Yeah, and that is very dangerous.
You see, not everybody can be promoted at once.
Yeah.
So,
but at least let them give a reasonable number.
And again, what happens whenever a promotion comes, it comes with the rise of pay of salaries. And we know how our government is right now. The government's pocket is still not that good because the government is paying a lot of loans. So you had Wandai speaking, not really Wandai, but Mbadi, talking about the debts that the country is owing us at the moment. So if the TSC promoted more teachers, it means that the government had to pump more money in education sector, especially TSC, to pay for these teachers, because promotion comes with pocket swelling.
and more privileges.
So I think in as much as this happens, we should, the government should also, the teachers should also understand the situation that the government is in as at the moment. Because at the end of the day, it is us who will be complaining again, saying, oh, there is a lot that's happening, the government is not doing this, not doing that. So you can also check that story and read more comprehensively. Now, down there we also have another story. Confusion over Kenyans released in Saudi Arabia. We see another Kenyan. This is a story by Alvin Mwangi. We see another Kenyan. A confusion hovers around the fate of Kenyan man Stephen Munyako, who is set for execution in Saudi after the family differed with the government's pronouncement that their king's death row has now been lifted. Just a few days ago, or a few weeks ago, it has been on the hair of a lady who was facing execution in Vietnam. And now we see another one facing execution in Saudi Arabia. What's actually happening with the Kenyans who are going out of the country in search for greener pastures? Where are we missing the mark?
You know, we are missing the mark because we have not created more employment opportunities to our youths. And maybe the government should come up, just like I said, with the mechanism to create employment opportunities so that we can avoid this kind of problems that our youths are going through. And again, I'm seeing that the Saudi Arabia government needed 129.5 million shillings for this man to come back home. And according to Omar, he said that the Muslim World League paid $1 million, that is 129.5 million Kenya shillings, to facilitate his return home. And so that is just the story. But the government should come up with mechanism to create more employment opportunity. And again, I blame the youths, because the government wanted to create more employment opportunities. But what did they do? Through where they decided to gang up against the government. Yes, because I felt that the finance bill that was thrown away last year, it is something that somehow, to some extent, was going to create more employment opportunities to our youths. Yes, because why am I saying this? Because if you look at the report, it was saying that there are some commodities which were supposed to be manufactured locally, and the commodities, such commodities which are being manufactured locally, their taxes will be low as compared to the commodities which were being imported into the country and are being manufactured locally. So it means that the importation tax will be higher to at least create a good environment for local manufacturers. But I think someone misinterpreted the information to us, and then we decided now to gang up against the government. So I think it is a two-way traffic. People, like, we are almost moving to the next financial year. Please, I urge my fellow youths, take your time, read the report and read the budget and see and understand it by yourself. Don't wait for someone to read it to you. That is my plea. Don't wait for someone to read it to you. Take your time. You have your phone. I know it will be sent to you soft copy. Just read it and understand it.
Okay, yeah. Thank you so much, Mr. Lennox. Now we move to page 3. Experts. Now experts now say donkeys need 3 months maternity leave. Animal health advocates propose a raft of measures for welfare of beasts of burdens to improve their productivity. Story by Bernard Gitau. For optimal performance, animals experts are calling on donkey owners to consider 3-month or longer maternity leave for their animals. According to Dr. Vincent Olo, a senior animal health officer from Brook, East Africa, an overworked donkey does not reproduce. There we have it. There we have it. I wonder what the silence.
This is a very good story. You know, donkeys are also animals, and they have blood running in their vein. So I think their right should come first, because the donkey is the only animal which works so hard in the farm. Yeah. So I think this is a very good move. If it can be implemented. But now the problem here is, how will they know that a donkey is being overworked in an interior part of the country, even after giving birth?
Now, you see, this from the story, this is what we have. We are advocating for donkeys' maternity leave for the entire allocation period, which is around 90 days. This will help donkeys to recover and feed their foal without interference, says Dr. Low. During this period, the donkey diet should consist of 70% of grass and 30% concentrates like bran and mineral salt. Apart from the animals' bonding leave, experts are urging farmers to feed them on a balanced diet. Now, the truth be told, one of the animals that actually does a lot of work is the donkey. And it is the same animal that many people don't give, like, they don't value the animals so much. Like, it is the donkey you'll find sleeping outside, while other animals are inside the house.
Inside the house.
It is the same donkey that you'll find wherever the feeding ground, their donkeys are not well catered for. But they play a very, very vital role. Now they are also, the doctor is also advocating that at the same time the donkey should also be fed in a balanced diet to improve the productivity of these animals. Now that story is by Bernard Gitau. Please, you can read more comprehensively. And we move to the big story of the day on page 4. After months of acrimony, Ruto finally sacks Muturi. Sacking comes after President Ruto described former Attorney General as incompetent when he served that role. Story by Masi Mwai.
Yeah.
Now, on the cover page, this is what is on the cover page. Now, on the floor of the Senate, James Orengo, now their governor, made an ominous warning about the art of government. The senator cautioned that revolution eats their own people, if you can remember that well. Drawing from this long tenure as legislator, Orengo warned that he had seen governments eat their own people, and powerful people come and go. Let me stop it from there.
Yeah, this is true, but I don't know what Justin Muturi was trying to do, because it began when he said that his son was abducted. And then again he now began to criticize the government, and was even not attending the cabinet meetings. And then recently Ruto just said that the former AG who was there was incompetent. And then Muturi came out and defended that statement and said that out of 1,590 cases, I think the state, or rather the office of the Attorney General, defended successfully around 1,520 or something cases. And it saved the state around is it 12 billion, something to do with that, like around 12 billion, something to do with that. And then a day after, Justin Muturi is being fired. You know, you can't serve someone yet you are attacking that same someone, your master. You can't serve your master and you attack the master. So in as much as there are two things involved.
Yeah.
There are two things involved here. Maybe Justin Muturi saw that the Mount Kenya region is already hostile to Ruto. And now he was trying to please the people from the region. That is number one. He was trying to please the people from the region. And you know, it means that he was trying to consolidate his how do we call it, stronghold, or rather bedroom, so that the stronghold cannot go. Because remember, Rigathi Gachagua, who was also one of the most powerful people in the Mount Kenya region, also went home, or rather was taken home. So such kind of a thing. And again, you know, when you come as a government official and you say that your son was abducted, why, you know, I asked this question, why did he not come out the moment his son was abducted? Why did he wait for a period of time and then comes out and say, you know, my son was abducted and this and this and this and this and that? So it is just like I think alikuwa anatafuta sympathy from his people. So, and I feel he has successfully done that. And you know, I feel he was not delivering as part of Ruto's cabinet. He was not delivering, and maybe taking him home, let him go and reflect on his next political journey.
I view it almost the same as what you're saying, but looking at this point, he had been serving the government, criticizing the same government. Just like you said, maybe he had foreseen that now President Ruto has lost much of the love from Mount Kenya. And you see, over a short period, for a period of about 1 year now, if that is to go by, for a period of 1 year now, we see, first, we had seen the Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, former, was impeached. We did see Vocal Ndindi Nyoro was removed from the House Committee chairperson.
In fact, you know, with Ndindi Nyoro, we cannot say where is he, because you know he's someone who just went on silent mode. Yeah,
he's not that outspoken.
Yeah,
and again, we have seen now before sacking of Justin Muturi, we have also seen Meru governor was lamenting that the president has a hand in her sacking or her impeachment. And now we see Justin Muturi. At the same time, earlier this week, the president had a meeting with the section of leaders from Mount Kenya region to plan how she was going to move to Mount Kenya region. Now, trying to play the cards, I don't know where it is going to end, but I don't know what is in their mind, especially the Mount Kenya region, because we have also seen from the same Mount Kenya region is where the president has picked their member of parliament to replace Justin Muturi. That is from the Mount Kenya region. And we have also seen the president coming up and appointing some of the members from Mount Kenya to the cabinet secretary slots. Mutahi Kagwe was appointed. We had also seen
Lee Kinyanjui.
We've
seen
Kabogo, William Kabogo, among many others who have been appointed by the president. Now, I don't know which kind of cards the president is going to play here, because again, the ground is not well with him as at things moving on as at this moment. But I believe to some extent we Kenyans, all the leadership of the Republic of Kenya should be able to have another eye to look at this. You can't serve me at the same time oppose me.
Yeah. That's true.
You can't serve me at the same time oppose me. We
And
can't
you are
work
opposing me publicly.
publicly.
Yeah.
And the reason why you are opposing me, and actually he was on record when he had admitted that he was not going to attend another state meeting which involved all the cabinets which the president had called earlier this week. And I think that is what prompted this. It is like this man is now proving that he can also run the government. I don't know, but again, leaders should be exemplary to other people who are coming from down. Those want to be leaders. Like right now, I don't know, but it is quite challenging that the president, the Republic of Kenya, is at ransom of Mount Kenya region.
So let's wait and see how the Mount Kenya region people will welcome the president, because he's almost going there. So I think after that we shall see will he be welcomed or itakuwa namna gani. Yeah.
Okay, moving on to page 5, we also say Ruto leaves Luya. Leaders stand over Baraza's transfer. Now, the meeting was attended by governors, senators, MPs, among other community leaders, where the president, from the story by Mercy Moi and Alvin Mwangi, where the president had promised that he's not going to touch on Baraza or any other leader from the Luya community. But a few hours later, or a few minutes later, we see that she had been transferred. Do you think this is going to also bring rafts?
I think what Ruto meant by touching Baraza is maybe by firing her, but she was never fired. Yeah.
I think to some extent Ruto has brought somebody to the Ministry of Health, somebody who is a bit stern, somebody who will tackle things boldly. Aden Duale is very bold.
But the problem is that he's not an expert in the health sector.
Yeah, he may not be an expert in the health sector, but looking at what's happening in the Republic of Kenya, most of them have not been appointed to those areas because they are experts. They are just appointed to oversee. As a cabinet secretary, your work is to oversee. You are like a CEO of that particular ministry. So you have some other staffs who will be able to guide you, who will be able to tell you, but from your own understanding, I think it's calling for the proper management. So let us hope and see what's going to happen and what will come up from the Luya community. And also the quest that is on page 7, the quest of the hunting for IEB's chairperson.
Yeah.
We see former so many people are coming out, and now we see former Football Kenya Federation Deputy President Robert Asembo, who also was in the panel, facing the panel, and there's a lot of accusations that is leveled against him. My big question will be, what is it that actually the panel is looking for when it comes to the head of IEBC?
Someone who has got no integrity issues, someone who can be trusted beyond reasonable doubt, someone who can deliver to Kenyans, and someone who cannot take bribes, and someone who can give the Kenyans the correct result.
Now let me ask you a question. Do you know of any person in the Republic of Kenya who has never faced any accusation of any sort?
Each and every person has ever faced accusation, but then
because different people have different opinions about you. Remember what Karl Marx said the other time in the Thought of the Day.
Each and everyone has ever had accusation against him.
Or allegations
allegations against him, and we've seen it everywhere. Even to our leaders. And then what they do, they come out and defend themselves. Even me myself, if someone is accusing me of something, whether I did it or not, I have to defend myself. Yes, and distance myself from it. Yeah.
So, what I would say is that looking, it is also good to look into the past of these people. But if we are going to dwell in the past of some other people or people, then we are denying our country, we are denying ourselves a chance of moving forward. People make mistakes. In life, people make mistakes. But once somebody has owned up to the mistake, accepted the mistake, apologized, and has a change of mind. But when it comes to IBC, I don't know why some people are still very bold with IBC. IBC has faced a lot of challenges, like when Chebukati died, we see people celebrating.
Some people are sad.
Some people are sad. When Kivuitu died, some people also celebrated, and there's been a lot of things going.
So I think all these people who are looking for these positions, they should learn from the past experience, or rather what has happened in the past, and ensure that they give Kenyans the results which belong to the Kenyans. And again, I think huwezi furahisha kila mtu. You can't make each and every person happy.
That is very true.
That is very true. You can't make each and every person happy, because the last election result, there are some people it made happy. There are some people who are celebrating about the last election's results, and there are some people who are very sad about it. So even if we have this chairman who will oversee the next election, there are some people who will be happy about the results that will come out, and there are some people who will be sad. And that is it.
Okay, moving to page 8. County chiefs decry grafts in job upgrade. Despite being recommended for promotion by PSC, 13 county commissioners claim they have been sidelined and juniors given jobs. There is disquiet in the national government administration after at least 13 senior officials were overlooked in promotion, and instead their junior allegedly favored. This despite the Public Service Commission seconding the county commissioners for promotion, saying they were the most qualified. Now they are now being accused of graft. For you to be promoted, you must release your hand. Your hand must go back into your back pocket and come out and move forward. What is your take on this? Is this going to be the trend in Kenya?
This is an administrative issue, and when you have someone who is serving you and he is crying that you are promoting the junior, then I think I don't have much to say about this.
I understand. When you don't have much, I fully understand. Now, a limelight, a green or a positive response from Moi University.
Yeah.
Now, Moi University to hold graduation ceremony this week amid the crisis. We know the crisis that Moi University has faced. Now they are going to have their graduation with all this crisis. I think that is a great move. That's a very great move and very important. Now today, let us take on the thought of the day and cartoon of the day first before we summarize. So I'm going to give you the opportunity to get into the thought of the day, the quote of the day.
Quote of the day. If blood money has been paid in the Stephen Munyaho case, this information will be an answered prayer for the many well-wishers supporting to save Steve-O campaign. Campaign committee chair Joe Odindo. We have Nyamira MCA Thaddeus Nyabaro. It is extremely immoral to divert funds meant for development into bribes of giving those supporting the rotten leadership of Governor Amos Nyaribo, Nyamira County, and his government. That is Nyamira MCA Thaddeus Nyabaro. And then we have IEBC chairperson candidate Lilian Manegene. Without my knowledge, that check to a business partner was deposited, and definitely it was dishonored because there was no money in the account. It didn't have a date, only the amount. This is when she was being grilled. Yes, this is when she was being grilled. And again, we can see, is this a tune of the day?
Yes.
Tune of the day. We have merit, and then this merit is in the dustbin. I don't know, this is a dust. Yeah, this is a dustbin. Sindio. And then we have how do we call these steps? While ukiingia kwa nyumba ya ghorofa, we have those steps. They look like a ladder. Yes, stairways. Good, stairways. And so in the stairways we have bribes, we have favorism, then promotion, then merit is put in the dustbin. So it means that these people, while promoting, I don't know whether this is a police officer, but he's someone who serves the government as a security personnel. And then he's saying that, as you can see, he's talking to the media. And we have the camera there. As you can see, I have come a long way, and surprisingly the camera is facing the face and the camera is not facing the favorism, the bribes and promotion. So it's like this guy gave out bribes, he was favored, and that's how he got the promotion. Yeah. So
it actually depicts the cartoon of the day there depicts or the story that we just gave on the promotion. So that is there. Now let us jump to page 35. That is on matters of sports, where we see Waithaka's last lap. The 2022 silver medalist knows only 27 minutes run will secure his ticket to Tokyo. So Waithaka had to do a lot. And also we see AFC Leopard in make or break moment. Story by Barry Schiller. With AFC Leopard set for crucial annual general meeting AGM this Saturday, anticipation is high amid internal division and simmering power struggle within the club. And this has been all along. FC has been like, there's been struggling, power struggle within the FC as a football club. Now they are having a meeting, AGM meeting this weekend. Let us see what's going to happen after that. Moving on to page 36. Shine Tour comes home. And we see that's the lovers of golf. We see Kenyan golfer get global ranking boost with the new development circuit. A story by Lucky Oluoch. Kenya and East Africa are set for a major golfing boost following the expansion of the prestigious Sunshine Tour into the region with the launch of Sunshine Development Tour East Africa Swing. So we see that's a great move, and we see it is doing much. We also see Omanyala there, Kenya star runner Omanyala to compete in Uganda national trials. You can see there Africa's fastest runner Ferdinand Omanyala, pictured of Kenya, will take part in Uganda's third national athletics trials on Saturday, March 29.
And we wish him all the best.
And at the same time, remember there was this high school sprinter who sprinted 10 seconds, and it is believed that he's going to how to do Omanyala. So let's wait and see what's happening. But it is healthy when you get people who can give you competition.
Do better than you. Yeah.
Dust and speed and billions room in Safari Rally.
It was so good.
You can check that Global Rally Blockstar elevates Kenya's profile as emerging sports tourism hub. Safari Rally has been doing great, You can also check that and read that story on sports Safari Rally, especially. Now we come to page 38. Argentina sparkles past Brazil minus icon Messi. And we see, having been sure of their place at next year's World Cup prior to kick-off, Argentina made light work of old foes Brazil by beating them 4-1. That is very sad. That is very sad. And without Messi, their icon Messi, I don't know what is left for Brazil.
Wakule hivyo.
And wakule hivyo. Okay. Then we also see
Liverpool's Anfield's plan. Can it expand again? Do new stadiums remain viable business?
So Liverpool wants to expand Anfield.
Yeah.
Okay, that's their field of play. And on page 40, Chido Obi, coach reveals Manchester United youngster strength. That is Chido Obi. Stephen Hodger discusses the key attributes of highly rated 17-year-old striker. I think this is going to work for Manchester United when Manchester United brings both youngster players.
And I think this makes you happy as a Man United fan.
Yes. Despite the challenges that we've had, something has been going on social media. It is everywhere. We have to tackle it now. Selassie. Why are you laughing, my friend? I
just laughed because I really got shocked when I learned that the security agency claimed that the people who assaulted Selassie were fans from Gabon.
Those are fake news, my friend.
It was fake.
They are fake news. You can't take that one on record, my friend.
No, okay. That's why I'm saying
you are shocked.
I was shocked that the police confirmed that those people who attacked Selassie were fans from Gabon. And I was like, really? And anyway, in Kenya, we are in a democratic country. So, and I feel each and every person should express his or her right of speaking. Is it expression? Yeah, expression. Yeah. You should express yourself. So, being that Selassie is not happy with the broad-based government, he is just right. That is his opinion. That is his feeling. That's how he feels. And that's how he has an opinion. He has another way of which the country should be run. So I don't think it is a good thing to attack someone based on his opinion. I don't think it is good. Yeah.
But looking into the life of Selassie from what we see from the social media, my big question will be, is he kind of portraying a leadership, an image of a leader? That will be my big question. Because looking at what he does,
I can't say much on that because Selassie works for the people of Mumias. Is it West or East?
But he's a leader. Whether it's working for people of Mumias, a leader is a leader. It doesn't matter which area you work for.
I can't comment on that because being a leader, number one, I don't have to comment much on his behavior. But in Kenya, being a leader is something very important. So I can't comment on his behavior, but being that he's serving the people of Mumias, East or West, I don't know which one. Those are the people who will look at it and say that you person, you've not been portraying yourself as a good leader,
No,
or
but
rather
my big question will
you have
be to
been
you.
portraying yourself as a leader. We are taking you back.
Now, my big question will be, how did you come to know Selassie?
I came to know Salasia as someone who is very funny.
No, how did you come to know him? How did you know Selassie?
That's what I'm
For
explaining.
the first time he came to the limelight.
He's someone, I knew him as someone who was full of humor because number one, it was his first time to be elected, and then people gave out his story, his campus life and all that, how he suffered and all that. And that's how each and every person came to know Salasia. Yeah.
But what happens is
Including
that you knew him when he came to the limelight as a
As
leader.
a leader.
So to you, he's a leader. He's a leader. Once you're a leader, you're a leader to all the entire Republic of Kenya. So whatever you do matters. Whatever you say matters.
But you know, each and every
That is
person.
why we just talked a few minutes ago of what Justin Muturi was doing. Did he portray good leadership? He's a leader.
He did not. Okay, you know, each and every leader has got a private life. You know that. Each and every leader has got a private life. And then I think the problem with Salasia is now bringing his private life into limelight. That's the problem.
Now,
so he's not supposed to bring that private life. I don't know. I don't want to say whatever he did in exposing his private life is this and this, but I think what he did wrong, he's a leader, yes, but what he did wrong, or rather what he has been doing wrong, is exposing his private life.
But your private life is the wholesomeness of you. What you do in the private is who you are.
You know,
Some people are just like their sheep's, their wolves in the sheep's clothing.
you know,
So whatever you do when you are alone, when nobody is seeing you, when you believe you are alone, is who you are exactly.
So do you want to meet? You know, when you go back to your house, you will be together with your wife
Yes.
and son.
Yes.
It means that you should not expose your family life. That is it. Same to me. You know, I have a daughter and I have a wife there. Yes, and some few people knows my wife because maybe I have ever posted my picture together with her in social media or that. But since I got a daughter, you know, I have never posted the daughter, and no one knows about no, hakuna mtu anamjua. Yes, because you know, now one thing, she's a minor and I can't expose her. So that is my private life. You know, so I can't just, when I go back to the house, you know, number one thing is that nitatoa koti, nitatoa shati, and then I'll be having maybe a vest. So I can't just take a picture with a vest, alafu na post. You know,
So the moment
that's private life.
Now that's where my question comes. The moment you took a picture of you half naked and you post it in the public, what are you telling people? That's the big question. You can't do it. But
Yeah, I
the very
can't
moment
do
you
it.
do that, what are you telling the public?
I don't know what I'm telling the public.
What you're telling the public is, this is the person you are. You see, there's I love this this man of God. I listen to him a lot. He's called you, but Angel is a prophet. He said, money is not bad. Money will reveal the character, the real character of who a person is. So give money to somebody who is not well mannered, somebody with hidden character inside of him. Give him good amount of money, or let him be wealthy. You'll discover who the person really is. It is not the problem is not money. The problem is the character.
So
It's suppressed because
what you mean is that the problem of Salasia is not Salasia. His problem is money.
no, what I mean, the problem of Salasia, who Selassie is being revealed to us now because number one, leadership position.
I think again, when you are electing someone
before
into leadership
Selassie was elected as a leader,
ensure that this person has a family.
Yes.
Now,
before
I
Selassie
think that
was a
one would
leader,
have made him someone responsible. Yeah. You know, at least, you know, even you yourself, at times your wife can say, no, you're not doing that. Or you are not getting out of this house in that trouser, or rather in that shirt, or rather in that what. So I think, you know, the Kenyans should learn that when you are electing someone into a leadership position, ensure that this person is married. You know, once someone is married, kuna venye anakuwa machua kidogo, and then even the wife controls him. You know, I think hata bibi yake angekuwa amemwambia, why are you doing this in public? You are a leader, you should not do this in public, you should not insult this person in public.
Actually, that is on the matter of insult. There are a lot of comments from the social media. Some people come and say, Selassie, we love you, we cared about you. But the very moment you started saying that the Luos are uncircumcised, that's how uncircumcised people think, that's the very point you missed the mark. If you have a fight,
don't take it too personal. Don't take it too personal.
I'm not taking it too personal. Go to the social media platform. Listen to what people say. The very moment when he was fighting Raila, that's him with Raila.
You know,
but now bringing it to a point whereby you say, the Luos, this how uncircumcised Luos behave. You see, that's not being personalized.
Maybe he did that out of anger. But again, you know, what you say out of anger is what you've been thinking of.
Yes. Actually, they say, the Bible says, out of the mouth speaks the abundance of the heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know,
so, you only know what somebody is thinking when he's angry.
And when he's drunk.
When he's drunk. That's when they will tell you whatever they are. So, people love Selassie. That's the truth. People love Selassie. But again,
he messed up.
Just vlog. Just get into the social media and see what's happening. Now, another trending news from Migori. And I believe you have it. It is everywhere. I don't want us to discuss it, but I just want to get your thoughts about it. That is a pastor who wedded barely a year after the wife died. It is in the news. It's everywhere.
You know,
people have different reactions.
That is not a news.
It is something that is trending.
Yeah, it is
trending. There are some people
are
castigating, but there's some people vlogging the social media, having different thoughts, different opinions. Now, what is your opinion, Pastor Roberts, a boy? I did see the news. Actually, it was written as a story in Tuko News, as a story, a trending story, and people are commenting differently.
How long should it take for a widower to remarry?
Not specified. The Bible is very clear. Once your wife died, you are free. Once your husband died, you are free. You can remarry.
You know, the problem with our society is that we live in a society which is full of judgment. They judge a lot. Yeah, that's the problem with the society. People will judge, people will talk, people will say anything. People will say anything that they feel. They will judge you.
So
how many times have you ever been judged?
Many times. People have said, some have said arrant nonsense.
So I think it is normal. It is normal for that person to be judged. Because you know, even when Florence Roberts died, we had a lot of stories. Oh, this and this, you know, this person was doing this, or you know, this person was doing this, and we were like, why now? Why now? If this was the reality, why? You know, so it is normal for a normal human being to judge.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not going past that.
Quote of the day. as we wind up. Sorry for that.
Sorry for that. And that is what is bringing us to a close. Your statement.
This and no other is the root from which a tyrant springs. When he first appears, he is a protector. This and no other is the root from which a tyrant springs. When he first appears, he is a protector.
Mm-hmm. That's a thought of the day.
I think I can understand this today.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Help us understand and wind up.
I think when you see someone who no, just explain it.
No.
I'm lost.
No, you are not lost. You are not lost. That's why you are here, my friend.
When you see someone who believes that his how do we call it? His opinion is the best,
Mm-hmm.
and no other opinion is the best,
Mm-hmm.
and his opinion is the only opinion which can bring a solution,
Mm-hmm.
then that person is a tyrant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's not a leader. He's a dictator.
Yes.
Hmm.
Basically, that is it. That's where dictatorship rise from.
Karariek.
Mm-hmm. I love the way sometimes you speak
Ariek.
to the Luo. Make it sound like this English. Wind up the show.
Thank you so much. Today being a Wednesday, it is a ladies' night. All
Is
ladies.
today really Wednesday?
Today? Oh, today is a Thursday.
Yes.
Oh, it's a TBT. Yesterday. Have a good day.
Thank you so much, my dear viewers. Have a lovely Thursday. Thank you for keeping tuned to BTV. We meet tomorrow the same time, the same place. Feel most welcome.
Indoor and outdoor videography, photography, and live streaming. Visit us at our Migori Market, Onyinjo Bridge, Tiendege Stage offices. Call or WhatsApp us through 0721 379308 or 0736 352224. Connect with us on YouTube and Facebook at Blackman TV. We are on TikTok as BTV Kenya and also Blackman Studios on Facebook as well. Blackman Digital Graphics. Quality